Well, good morning, everyone, and thank you for attending our very first KOI conference. I am happy to kick off your event with opening remarks that I hope will encourage and maybe even inspire you to reimagine learning. Unfortunately, I cannot be at two places at once, so today you get the YouTube version. This has been quite the year. A year where professionally all of us have been challenged to reimagine learning. I know that our secondary schools have been engaged in a lot of reflection as we reimagine final assessments. For better or for worse, in each school I know there's been an opportunity to gather, think, problem solve, and design assessments that better meet the needs of current students rather than satisfying outdated notions of what it once meant to be educated. The Counting on You program has only added to the conversation, and you'll remember at the very first session of KOI, students are now being asked to make use of a 21st century tool, My Blueprint, and each student must complete their learning profile so that he or she and you can have a better idea of the student's learning strengths. This is a real advantage when we are co-designing our after-hours programming for these students, but it is only a first step. In the work that you've done both with Jessica and now with Heather support, I hope you will use this time together to think about how we will update and modernize our KOI programs for years to come. We are no longer the homework club. We cater to intermediate level students, ELL students, students with special needs, and especially to students who might be in grade 11 and are on the workplace pathway, because we want to develop the 21st century skills found in our Empowering Modern Learners vision, and we want these students to be as prepared as our most advantaged students. Our challenge, therefore, is to begin those discussions in earnest and take measured steps to give students agency in their learning. I have been encouraged by some of the early evidence of change by many of you and a number of our middle schools. In one school, for instance, KOI has been reimagined and designed into three different 10-week blocks, allowing different staff to come in and out of the program as they might take on a KOI in the first block, but then go on to coach a team or lead a drama production at the school during the rest of the year. I've seen these KOI classes feed into the passion of the students that they are serving by having the students select the theme that interests them most. From there, they have gone on to do great things in terms of developing their literacy skills. For instance, one school has had the students create films and then create their own film festival. Other schools are helping kids develop podcasts and school assemblies, to name but a few. I've also seen situations where students are using experiments to develop numeracy, analytical, and problem-solving skills. So this form of experiential learning, tapping into student interest, has been a powerful tool, and KOI really provides you as a teacher a little bit of an experimenting ground to forge into this area of inquiry in earnest, knowing that you don't have to have final marks for students. In the past, I am aware that some KOI programs were designed to help university-bound grade 12 students gain a competitive advantage in their area of their discipline of choice. This was never the intention of the COI program, and we will be revamping that. But if we took those same students who are really looking to develop 21st century skills and their knowledge and their discipline, why wouldn't we recruit them as volunteer coaches to work with teams of kids who might be engaged in inquiry at the junior ages? Think of the skills and the experience and the leadership that our senior students could then apply to their 40 hours of community service. But let me say this. For schools that are well on their way to modernizing their COI program, or for those schools who are at the early stages of revamping their vision, thank you. Thank you for taking the time to think about the types of changes we need to make. It doesn't matter where you are today. What matters is where you plan to be tomorrow. I want you to feel confident about the direction our board and you are taking by sharing one example of industry's response to the rapidly changing world. On March the 1st, the Royal Bank of Canada launched an initiative called RBC Future Launch. I would invite you to Google that term and look intently at the changes that they are proposing. Shortly, I'm going to ask one of the leaders to put on a 30-second video from that site, which will give you a high-level overview. But when you look at the site and you see what they're doing, and they've just started this initiative, you're going to feel very confident that the work we're doing here at Peel is not only on the right track, it's cutting edge. And you're part of that leadership. So thank you. I'm going to leave you to the video now, and I'm going to just ask you this. Enjoy your day. Make the best of your day and your time together. I look forward to visiting more of your sites in the second half of the year, and I really hope to get more input back from you during the provocations, and we'll have one out for April. So I look forward to hearing your input and responding to your needs in the future. Thank you and enjoy your conference.